So the days of lugging big cameras around to capture cool video are really over. It's 2019. Today we have so many either handheld or pocketable video solutions to choose from where we can walk around and create content, capture life anywhere we go, any time of the day or night, and it's amazing that we finally got here. But today I want to talk about the Insta360 One X. And after using this 360 camera or any 360 camera for the first time, I asked myself, where has this been all my life? Why haven't I tried it sooner? It's absolutely a bag of fun. It's one cool camera that I am going to learn how to use more and more because I'm only scratching the surface. And while I had a lot of fun with it, as you're about to see in this video, I can imagine so many cool, epic things to do with this camera, and I am so glad I now own one. It is fantastic. Let's take a look. Wow. Oh man. Wow, this is freaky, man. Why does it feel... Look back. No. Woo. Oh, he must be in the haunted mansion. Cheap thrills. All these cheap all right. There's gonna be something up here, I bet. All right. That was worth $2. I used to kind of be skeptical of 360 cameras because of the extra involvement in editing, the extra time, right? The more that I have to learn, and why would I ever need 360 video? That's what I used to always say. But the beauty with 360 video today, and there's quite a few cameras out there that do 360, but this Insta360 One X is kind of the one getting all the attention lately, so I had to get one. And I'm so glad I did because I'm having a load of fun with it, and I've already found out that I can actually use this in some of my video applications. Now, I went out with Debbie and we had some fun with the camera, but what I really was impressed by was its 5.7K resolution. It's a little bit more than the GoPro Fusion. The design is slim and light. It fits in my pocket. Now, this is a camera that's not meant to compete against like a handheld gimbal like an Osmo Pocket or, you know, a GoPro with a gimbal. Different camera. But it is kind of meant to compete in the GoPro space. Action camera. A lot of people use these 360 cameras for sports, skiing, bike riding, basically anything. And the Insta1 360X has built-in image stabilization that works really, really well. It's actually about the same as the GoPro 7, but because we can get an extra wide field of view if we want, it appears to be even smoother. Now, I tested this thing in good light, in low light. As you'll see here in this video, we walk through a fun house, we ride a roller coaster, we ride some go-karts, and it was a really fun day, and I was very, very happy with the footage that came from the Insta1 360X. And it has a little LCD display here. We power it on, and it will come right on, and then it tells you what mode you're in. It's very easy to control. You have a camera on both sides, of course, because it is a 360 camera. So it has a swappable battery that you just pull out like so, and you can have a couple other extras and you're ready to go again, right? You don't have to charge it every time the battery drains. It doesn't have that, it doesn't lock you in with a built-in battery. I remember my memories of 360 was when you upload a video to YouTube and the viewer can scroll around and see the whole space. I always thought those were kind of boring, but what really makes the One X super cool is it is designed basically for mobile, right? Mobile editing. I actually went out yesterday and bought an iPad Pro 12.9, 1 terabyte of memory, just so I can film future videos and incorporate the 360 One X into my projects. But using the app is intuitive, it's easy. It took me about an hour to learn all the features and figure everything out. You can do so many cool things. You can do tiny planet videos, which I'm never really a fan of, but I'm going to show you some samples here of what they look like. They look fantastic. It's the ultimate selfie stick camera, right? You could walk around with the selfie stick, and when you play back the video, it looks like you have your own cameraman filming you, because when you put this video into the app, it makes the selfie stick completely vanish, and you don't see any of that. So it looks like you have a cameraman in front of you filming you. It's super cool. What's also cool in the editing is you can choose any angle you want in real time. So you're playing the video in the app, you can swipe and move around the camera angle 360 degrees, side to side, up and down, and you can set your camera angles how you want the finished video to look. The low light performance looks to be about the same as GoPro. It has a little bit of shakiness at times with that image stabilization, but I have no complaints. It's kind of one of the cons. Even so, it doesn't bother me when looking back at fun footage like that. Then we rode a roller coaster with the One X, and I wanted to see if I can hold it okay with a roller coaster, and how it would look when I can choose the different angles. I can choose to focus on us if we're screaming. I can choose to focus on the hills. I can go into tiny planet mode, and as we're going over hills or through loops. So here is the little video we made on the roller coaster. Again, super fun, but this camera is made basically for action. So if you're into action sports, if you're filming, if you're a skier, if you're whatever, as long as it's not in the water, because this guy is not waterproof. Unlike the GoPro, which is waterproof and kind of weatherproof and rugged right out of the box without a case, with the One X, you do need their underwater housing, which is an extra cost and does add some bulk. But even so, it's still an amazing little camera. And also another cool effect that it does that I almost forgot about is bullet time. Now, who would use this? I'm not so sure. It's just not a gimmicky mode, but I can envision times when I would want to use this. Not filming a full video, but maybe a 5-10 second clip. Bullet time, if used creatively, and I can think of many ways in my head that I have not implemented, I can see how it can be really cool. The camera comes with a string that screws into the tripod base of the camera. You put that on your finger and you spin it around while in bullet time mode. There's a mode called bullet time. When you load that video into the app, it automatically sees it as a bullet time video, and you're good to go. It's automatic. It's not going to be like a daily camera for me. I wouldn't use it as a daily vlogging camera. Only when I want that capability to explore my surroundings and share any angle I want within the video. That's where it could come in handy. Say I'm walking through an old 1800s haunted mansion, right? I would hold that, and when I edit the video, I can choose any angle I want. If we see a light flicker, I can zoom over to that. My camera doesn't have to be pointed to it, right? If I'm riding a bike through the woods, I can have this camera mounted and I can have any angle I want. If we see wildlife in the woods, in editing, I can take that camera angle and go over that direction. So that's what I really like about it. As far as workflow, I much prefer my GoPro 7 because I can plop out the SD card, throw it into my Mac, and edit it in Final Cut Pro. It's a one-step process where this is a 2 or 3-step process, but I find it worth it because of what you can accomplish with the camera. It's nice in design. I'm not gonna go into all the geek tech specs because there's tons of reviews that talk about that. Just know that you will want to edit the videos on an iPad or iPhone. These are 5.7K resolution files. And of course, when you zoom in to whatever aspect ratio you want, which I chose 16:9, you can choose 1:1, 4/3. So you can choose any format you want in editing before you export the video. So it's not going to be 5.7K. They're giving you that much to work with. So when you zoom in and look around, it's going to look like still like HD instead of really awful quality. So be prepared to have a device with some memory on it if you want to edit anything longer than a couple minutes. Other than that, the battery life is a little short. I think they quote an hour battery life. I basically took it on 3 rides, and by the time I got to the 4th, which was the big drop I wanted to film, the battery died on the way up. So for me, it lasted about 20 minutes, which I don't know why the battery didn't last that long, but maybe 30 minutes. So I don't think you're gonna get a full hour of video recording out of it. I am going to order a couple more batteries and the dock-based charger because this is a camera that I'm going to have fun using here in the near future. I really, really like it, and it actually converted me to a 360 user. Again, I'm not gonna use it a lot. I'm gonna use my GoPro 7. I have other tools that I use for gimbals and video. Heck, I even still have a Nikon Z6 here that does really nice video as well, but that's a whole different thing. That doesn't fit in my pocket like the GoPro does, like this does. And if I want gimbal performance, I use the Removo K1, which is a fantastic all-in-one gimbal and camera for a great price. So if you're looking into tinkering into 360 video, it's much more than some of you think it is. Like, it's much more than I thought it was. I prejudged it. That's why I never bought a 360 camera. So until now, I was kind of lost. I was like, I don't want 360, but now that I used the 1X, I love having the capability. It's a lot of fun. I do have the selfie stick with it, which is very important. I think it's a great accessory. It's telescoping, so it stretches out, and when you hold it out in front of you, it gives you that effect like you have a cameraman in front of you. Highly recommend that. I wouldn't buy the bullet time handle because it comes with the string to do that effect, and you don't need the handle. Other than that, I'd recommend a couple batteries, maybe the dock charger that charges 2 at a time, and you have an amazing, probably the best consumer, prosumer oriented 360 solution that fits in your pocket. Love this camera. I give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, thumbs up and subscribe. Much love to you all. I'll return again soon. Bye.